Yo, was good. Mars, how was today? Today was good. I didn't watch it. Do you respect me? Number one. Do you respect me?
Do I respect you?
Yeah.
In what?
Just do you respect me, man?
Nah.
Yo.
Why?
So I didn't watch yesterday's show of the panel, like at all. And I didn't know what happened in the first 10 minutes. And I was just like, wow. It's like, wow. That was crazy.
That's what you talking about. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so slow. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was eventful.
That was crazy, bro. It's crazy you don't respect me though. That's crazy though. I'm actually very hurt from that. Yo, shout out to so Open Gym. I don't know. Did they announce it on the panel?
No, you gotta announce it though. Go ahead.
So we'll announce it here. So starting Friday, we're gonna fully be on playback. Every show will be on playback. So tune into that. I think that's dope. I think that's fire. And I think it's great because we could just get more down to the facts. You feel me? I think it's this is amazing trend we're on. And
just to clarify, every Friday show will be on playback.
Every Friday show?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. So it's every
Dub don't know how to promote. So I'll take Dub's job. Tuesday and Thursdays will be Open Gym on YouTube as normal. And then every Friday will be a full Open Gym episode on playback. So 2 hours right after the panel on playback where we can get to the facts, watch whatever we need to watch. So every Friday, Open Gym will be on playback. Yes.
My bad. Yeah. Tune into that for sure. I want to talk about with the trade deadline coming up. I want to talk about how there's a lot of discussions with some trades, people fishing some guys. I want to get a lot of people's opinion here on what's kind of the best trades to make before the deadline, what are some trades that can help any team out. But before we get into that, I want to talk about how the Lakers, I thought about this yesterday, Mars. No, a few days ago. And I was like, yeah, maybe we just were all overhyping how good that Lakers crew was. I don't think there's a trade that could really fix how bad they are, and all the credit and all the slack that Darvin Ham gets and all the criticism that he gets and everything. I just look back at it, Mars, and I'm like, well, they started going on a run last season when they was having one of the easiest schedules in the NBA. It goes to the postseason. And I said, even before the series even started, I said the Lakers have a very favorable matchup going up against the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. I said those are teams that just completely benefit their style of play. So in my head, I'm thinking, I was like, okay, in a league right now where I think it's way better right now than it was last season, I said, I think this Lakers crew is the same crew they were last year. We just kind of overrated how good that crew really was. And just because they made it to the Western Conference Finals, does that mean that they were really on that caliber of level? I don't think so. I just think they had a nice road to get to that level. Going against the Grizzlies that couldn't shoot at all. You just had John Morant but even then, you just had AD over there just sitting at the paint so that he could have a crazy defensive performance. Mars, don't you remember me saying that AD and the Lakers was going to have a field day?
Mm-hmm.
And then the Golden State Warriors, what happened? They didn't care about anybody besides Stephen Curry, because that's exactly, especially at this point in time, shout out to Klay Thompson. Seems like he's realizing that he's no longer a viable piece. Sad to see my favorite superstar go to waste. But yeah, the Golden State Warriors, I mean, there wasn't really too many guys on that crew to be respected. So that's what the Lakers did with them. So in my eyes, Mars, it's like, did this crew get worse, or this is just really who they have always been?
They didn't get worse. I think the West just got better around them, to be honest. That's my opinion on it. The Timberwolves are better, the Thunder are better, the Clippers are better. So that's already 3 teams that have gone better. I think the Suns are now better. So there's just a lot of teams that are better now than they were last year. And like you said, the Lakers got favorable matchups. But I do think the Lakers would be a lot better if they had a competent coach. And I'm like certain of that. Now, does that mean conference finals? Maybe not, but I do think they'd be a lot better if their coach was competent. But I just think the West is just so stacked.
But the thing to that is, like, what coach can, like, because people want to be like, oh, yeah, fire Darvin Ham. Who are you getting?
Budenholzer.
You think Mike Bud will be better on this crew than Darvin Ham?
Exponentially.
Okay, I'm not mad at Budenholzer. But then that's another coach that everyone criticized on the
Bus. You're not gonna win. Yeah, you're not gonna win, but they better. That's what I'm saying. They better. Okay, I don't think the team can win. I don't think the team can win a championship. But they better with Bud. I mean, they damn near be better with Doc Rivers, but that's besides the point.
Damn near better with Doc Rivers. What's Doc Rivers' record right now?
1-3.
They're 1-3 right now. Oh,
and I do think Bud is trash. I just think he's better than Darvin Ham. And I think he's a good regular season coach Bud. So
he's for sure a really good regular season coach.
Yeah, so is that alongside other things? So yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
I would remember to get your merchant to become a member. Shout out to you guys. But what you guys think about this, man? You guys think the Lakers are a bit overrated from last season?
No.
Nah. I think they're the same team. They're just the same team.
I think it's a bit overrated because our POA defenders are like really bad, and I think people didn't like notice that last year because the comp we faced.
That's just because Gabe Vincent's not healthy.
Okay, man.
No, that's facts. Like I'm saying, like you gotta stop like disregarding health because one of the entire narratives. Like there's facts like health affects all teams. It affected the Lakers last year, affected the Lakers this year. Now, overrated, it depends on how you rate them. That's simple.
That's also true.
Yeah, a lot of them thought about them as a championship, myself included, championship contender, Western Conference final contender. I mean, Amir still thinks they're like an A-tier caliber of team.
No, okay. Let me
you
ask
being petty.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question.
I remember that, sir. I remember you, sir.
Yeah, so what? I'm still dying on that hill. I have not changed my opinion. The thing is, when I say they are an A-tier team, I mean based on what they have, not based on how they are playing. They are playing like shit, but they are a great team on paper. And they did translate that on paper part last year, late on the season. So I don't know, like the question is...
I remember you being a guy talking about how your team is performing, and that goes into your ranking as well.
Yeah, that's fine. That's why the other teams are above them right now, but they haven't gotten worse.
How many teams are in the A-tier?
The question is, we said that they are a contending team early in the season, right? Like before the season started. Can someone please tell me what part of our evaluation was wrong? Like specifically, I don't want a general thing like, oh, they're playing bad. No, tell me a specific thing about this roster that was wrong back then, that made them fall from a contender to a non-playoff team.
Amir, I would say people didn't expect this level. Two things: people didn't expect the how bad the 3-point shooting for the Lakers were going to this season. That's one thing. The second thing is we didn't expect them to be as inconsistent when it comes to their effort. Last year. Last year, I got you. So last year, Amir, even when Westbrook was there, the Lakers were still in competitive games. Yeah, it was about 500. I think it was just under 500 right before they traded Westbrook, but it was still in those games. This year, LeBron is healthy for the most part. AD's healthy for the most part, but the main difference, the effort isn't there. It's not there on a consistent basis. So I think the effort, and to answer your question again, the effort we got that wrong, as well as we didn't know how bad the 3-point shooting was going to the season. We knew it would be this bad.
Effort wrong. How do you get effort wrong? How do you expect if a team will play with effort or not before the season? How do you do that?
No, you expect you like I said, you expect them to at least have that same. Yeah, you expect the team to play hard just like they did last year. Last year, like I said before, even when Russ was there, they were still playing hard. This year, it's been up and down.
We got that wrong. I'm saying based on what we've seen, this team can play with effort. They just aren't. So how could we have expected that? Like My question is, based on our evaluation before the season, they're still good enough to do all of that. They're just not putting enough effort. That's it. That's
No.
literally it.
3-point shooting.
No,
3-point shooting is good.
Three-point
They
shooting.
need shooters.
The
They
way
need shooters.
the
They need
way
shooters.
the inconsistent of the 3-point shooting is something that's hindering them.
But they have enough shooters to shoot well. What's wrong with
that's
that?
the point, and that's the point that we're wrong about. We assume that they have enough shooters to shoot well, and that's something that they're not doing.
So wait. So let me get this straight. So they have enough shooters. They have enough firepower in terms of shot creation. They have enough defenders. They have enough rebounders. They have enough everything. But they're not.
Rebounders.
They're
I'm
not
not
just.
sure about rebounders.
They're
No,
just
they don't
not
have no
doing-
shooters. They have no shooters. They don't have
no
shooters.
shooters.
No, I said they don't have
Torian
enough.
Prince,
They don't.
Rui
I said they don't
Hachimura.
have it. Well, Torian Prince is a fake shooter. Number one. Number two.
What? For all of his career, he was fake.
Stop
Respect
disrespecting
my guy,
Torian.
Torian.
Y'all be
Man, Mars, I know you ain't talking.
y'all be doing Torian dirty. I don't think he's as bad as like y'all be saying.
He's inconsistent.
His shooting- his
He's
shooting's fine.
inconsistent
My
as hell.
problem is
That's every shooter.
My problem is
every
No. He's bad. No,
shooter.
he is very like a roller coaster. Like is that bad with him?
How we
But
get
nah, go ahead.
I feel like that was
Who's
Steph
a
Curry,
consistent-
too. Like, what?
Say it again.
It's not
Who's
a lot of
consistent?
consistency.
Who's a consistent shooter?
Malik Beasley this year.
They literally switched it. The two.
That is
Hey,
Grayson
last year, that's the thing. I don't know what it is. And shout out to Real Talk. He brings it up all the time. For some reason, when you go to the Lakers, guys don't shoot. Some players just don't shoot the same. I don't know what it is. It
So it's not
happens.
our evaluation that was wrong. It's how they are playing now. That's it.
No. Amir, that's on us because we didn't take that as part of the equation. We didn't take the fact that some guys
How
don't
do
shoot
you
like
take
that
that
on the
into the
Lakers.
equation? Do you just expect players to go 180 before the season? How do you do that?
I do think
Defense
the thing that everyone was wrong about is the reliable shooting that they had. I think that's because that wasn't something that it has been reliable all year long. And if we're gonna really think about it back then, I mean, having Torian Prince and D-Law as like your best like knockdown shooters on your crew, good luck.
Did we also not
what's
expect
wrong with
We just
LeBron?
gonna act like LeBron not shooting 39%.
Yeah.
If LeBron is over here being your best 3-point shooter, bro, like come on.
So who
Also-
was their reliable shooters last year on their run when LeBron was injured?
Reeves and D'Lo.
Yeah, so Reeves, D'Lo, Hashimura, Torian Prince, all of these guys are not enough. With
No,
LeBron
Torian
shooting
Prince.
40%.
Torian Prince wasn't there. Torian Prince was there.
Yeah, I'm talking like with the addition of Torian Prince and the guys that they had last year. How is that supposed to be? I know it's bad right now, but how is that supposed to be bad from the beginning? How do we expect that team to be a bad shooting team?
That's what you asked us what we didn't expect.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
what you
you're
asked us.
asking us what have we been wrong about due to what we expected in the beginning of the year. We're saying
Based on the players' talent, based on what the players can do, not based on how they are doing now. Based on what they can do.
That's what we're telling you. We're telling you. We expected the Lakers to shoot better, and we were wrong about that. That's what we're telling
Yeah,
you.
because they're shooting bad. Maybe they're not getting enough open looks. Maybe they need to improve the personnel in terms of effort. Maybe they need another coach. I don't know. But the talent is there. That's what I'm talking about.
the talent and execution is two different things.
Yeah, it's two different things.
Yeah, you're
no,
arguing,
Different things,
you're
but you
arguing
don't
what-
expect bad
so
execution.
for example, right? Miami Heat last season being one of the worst 3-point shooting teams, even though the year before they're one of the best, like we were wrong in assuming that they were going to be one of the best again.
Okay, let me ask a
I
question.
think you guys are missing his point, but I don't know.
Okay, let me ask.
I hear his point. He asked us
let me
what
ask
we
the
were wrong
question,
about.
just one
I'm just saying
question,
what
one
we were
question.
wrong about.
If you bet on Steph Curry to shoot over 40% from 3 in a year, and he just goes off and ends the year shooting like 37%,
We were wrong.
was it your fault? Was it your fault?
We were wrong.
Well, yeah, we were wrong.
No,
we
but
made
I mean, if you want to go there, then fine.
What players did you misevaluate what they were good at? Like Torian Prince, we knew he was being brought in to be a shooter. Now, has he shot as consistently as we thought he would?
Absolutely.
Maybe not. But the talent evaluation wasn't incorrect. They addressed needs by getting players who were good at the things that they were meant to be good at. They just haven't executed at the level they were meant to execute at. but it's not like they made the wrong reads in terms of personnel and talent, in terms of what they were meant to do. They needed bigs next to AD, they brought in bigs. They needed shooting, they brought in shooting. They needed guys who could play defense. They still have guys who can
music
play
in the
defense.
background. I'm sorry.
That's
That's
the point I think is being made. That they addressed points of needs, and the players they brought in were meant to be good at the things that they were meant to be good at, and they have a track record of being good at the things that they were brought in to be good at, and they haven't been good at it this year.
Yeah,
that's not a mistake on the Lakers.
And that's
the
why
Lakers did their job. That's the point that's being made. The Lakers did their job. The players aren't executing. The Lakers didn't make wrong decisions.
No. Here's my pushback, Morris.
That wasn't the question, but okay.
Outside, that wasn't the question. But like,
missing his points. That's why.
I push back. No, push back against that. That's why I put up 3-point shooting. Just because you shoot a type of way, don't mean you're. And Morris, you say this all the time. Just because you shoot a certain percentage, don't mean you're defended that way. So when I say shooters, that's what we got wrong, Amir. We as people who predicted Lakers as contenders, we was wrong about the amount of shooters they actually have. They don't have. Honestly, they probably have like maybe 2 guys that the defenses actually defend as if they're actual shooters. They don't. When I say Taurean Prince inconsistent, the defense play him that way. He plays that way.
Okay, who is the best shooting team in the league, and how were these shooters doing last year?
Right, we said this year. You can say Boston. Some people still say you say Boston. Some people say
no. I'm talking percentage wise this year. How were the shooters on the best team?
I think it's
I believe it's Boston, but I'll double check.
Boston. It was the Heat last time I checked. I don't know if they dropped, but I think
last year. Last year it definitely was the Heat.
I'm saying this year. How were the shooters on the best shooting team in the league shooting last year?
Oh,
from the team that is the best shooting team this year.
Best
right now is
the Clippers
OKC
this year.
Okay, Clippers.
It's the Clippers, Timberwolves, OKC, Phoenix, Indiana.
So did you look at the Timberwolves roster before the season and expect them to be that good?
I didn't expect them to be good this year.
No one expects us. No one expects anyone to be.
Amir, I'll give you a football.
Anyway.
I'll give you a football. There was a cornerback on the Chargers. I forget his name.
I don't
know
football.
There was a defender on the Chargers where he was there to be a cornerback for the Chargers, but he was J.C. Jackson. That's what it was. J.C. Jackson. He was supposed to be a cornerback on the Chargers. Based off of who they thought that he could be, it was the right decision, but they were completely wrong about him, who he was as a player, because he was getting cooked all the time. So, like, even though, like, what you're saying is fine, like, in terms of, like, yes, when we look at the talent on paper, like, yeah, these are the necessary pieces to make, but at the end of the day, somebody got to be like, yo, even based off of this, even based off of let's say if I make a decision with complete logic, that logic can still be wrong in a way because the outcome could be something completely negative.
Yeah,
so
but they
made the right decisions, and due to them not executing to the way that they need to execute, that's why somebody is wrong.
Yeah, somebody is wrong, but it's not us for expecting that they will be good.
You just don't want to say you're wrong. I'm just realizing this. I'm not going to lie.
What is wrong with the expectation? I'm not a decision maker. I'm not the one putting in effort. I'm not the one missing the threes. What's wrong with my expectations?
No, we were all wrong to believe in that. I mean, okay. I'm not gonna spend all. I'm not gonna say
I'm not wrong because the players are telling me. That's what
yeah. That's basically, you know what this is? This is Jalen. This is Jalen.
I was wrong. You were meant to.
Yeah. Yo, you been hitting 15 points every game. Why didn't you hit 15 this one, bro? I'm not wrong. You're wrong for not doing it. Yo, you're insane.
No, I didn't say that.
That's funny.
The expectation was wrong. The logic behind it wasn't. That's just it.
All right.
We agree. We all agree.
Yeah, we agree. We agree. I don't think we disagree. What I was saying is, based on the premises that we had, the expectation made sense. The fact that it didn't translate, that's not based on the premises.
We're wrong. So I'll put an analogy like this, right? Let's say you got a girl, and you see her track record. Never cheated, cooks, cleans, and everything, right? Wife her up and everything. But somewhere down the line, don't know why, but something happens to the point where, she probably did something she wasn't supposed to, or there's some things that just didn't work out. Now you can sit here and say that, you know what, based on my logic, it wasn't wrong for me to choose that. Like, my logic, reason behind it, choosing that person was okay, but I was wrong for putting faith into this person.
Whatever. I mean, I get your point. I don't think we disagree. I just think we disagree on the definition of like evaluation. That's it. But that's
No, we're good. Hey, what trades do you guys think is gonna help each franchise? Right, go ahead. It looks like you're ready for this, brother.
I was gonna say, even though I'm like a super Nets fan, I low key feel like resetting on giving a couple of teams like some good like players for picks and stuff like that would help the franchise out, and just like starting over fresh. Like when we did everything in 2018, 2019 to get D'Lo and everything, like I think that was the best direction that we had went, but we had reset to just get all-stars. But back to the point. I think Dorian Finney-Smith or like CJ or like one of the forwards to Cleveland would be really good. Like Cleveland needs a forward that can really play defense, and it will make them a lot more consistent. Plus, you know, they're a good like shooter, so that's another person to pass out to if like Strus isn't hitting or whatever the case may be. Like I think a player like that can save them on a lot of games where like they would mess up on, you know, defense and stuff like that.
Now, who are Cleveland going to give up?
Cleveland could give up Okoro. Cleveland could give up. They can even give up Mobley's brother. They can give up picks for him too.
I don't think they had that many picks though.
Mobley's brother, that's the Narcissus of the Cavs. What are we doing?
Yeah, they're not giving him up.
They don't have enough picks. I don't think so, because like they gave up most of them for the Mitchell trade.
Or if they
shout out to Donovan Mitchell, yo.
Yeah, he.
Houston's willing to do a trade with you, man. Houston's willing to do a trade.
They could do. What's his name?
You gonna fall for that? You go.
Karis LeVert.
Oh wow.
We'll take LeVert back.
Karis LeVert.
Or you could just give us Mikal Bridges and we'll give you your pick back.
We don't want Jalen Green.
No, I'm not offering you Jalen Green. I'm offering you Aaron Holiday.
No, that's even worse.
You get your pick back.
I guess, but I don't
That's
know.
nasty,
Mars,
they need to lose games, and we'll give them their picks so their picks are valuable. I'm offering them lottery picks.
Okay, well,
yeah.
with the whole we're gonna lose them anyways. We're gonna lose the games anyways without Ben Simmons. So
but you're gonna be like an 11 seed. That's like you're gonna give us like the 9th pick. But if you give up Mikal and we give you a bum and you get your pick back, that's a top 5 pick. It benefits everyone.
I got a question then. Who in the draft would we look for if you've been paying attention? I don't know if you've been paying attention. Who in the draft we would look for?
How would you guys be?
I mean, it depends the pick you have. Apparently, you guys are looking to get rid of Claxton. I don't know how true that is.
We've been looking to get rid of Claxton, DFS, Mikal, and
you're a Nets fan?
Dinwiddie.
Yeah, he said that at the start, though. Pay attention.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, I'd be looking into Alex Saw if it's possible.
Williams.
I'd be looking into Ron Holland. I'd be looking into. There's some other French guy. I can't say his name. Zachary something. I'd be looking into him.
Okay. He's a French guy?
Yeah, he's
the 7-1 dude.
No, that's Saw. Alex Saw is the 7-1. There's another French guy.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
I'd be looking into Matas Buzelis. Cody Williams is an interesting one.
Yeah.
He's really good.
That's probably where it stops in terms of like high level lottery picks.
Yeah.
I'd be looking into those guys, and then next year, Cooper Fleck.
No, I don't really like Cooper. I think he's so overrated.
Who else is in that draft class 2025? I think Booz is in that draft.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a few people in next year's draft who are interesting.
But we gotta draft guards, and we kind of needed like another center. I think we're good on forwards. We got Whitehead, we got Wofford, we got good forwards coming up. It's just.
Well, if you're looking into, I don't think there's many good guards in this draft. So I'd be looking into Alex. I'd be looking into Alex.
If also it was another team in mind, I was thinking of Orlando. We would trade over Markelle or whatever for Cam Thomas over there, and they can get another scoring guard.
You're willing to go with Cam Thomas?
Or Markelle over Cam?
Give Markelle and Cole for Cam to send them over there for scoring.
You think that nigga's worth that much?
Cam Thomas? Oh yeah.
For For
two guards that aren't very consistent and undersized.
My whole thing with the Nets, I don't see a future for y'all. Honestly,
That's what I'm saying. So
I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm seeing a world where you guys are just bad for the next decade.
Yo, I swear. Yeah, but even when y'all reset,
like if you reset, but we have your picks,
you're done.
Yeah, that's what it's.
That's the problem. That's why this is like when you guys did the KG trade all over again.
Oh yeah, that's also true.
And then
they gotta get
Jason Tatum and them. It's like,
that's why they gotta get new picks. That's why they gotta get.
Boston was going to the conference finals and getting Jason Tatum, bro. That's really good.
Well, we are the Nets. So we make the same mistake 3 times actually. But
this was a better mistake because I mean you had Kyrie, KD, and James Harden.
We had a retirement home the first
that was insane.
Bro.
Like
at least this one would have worked if it weren't for injuries. The other one
when you just traded for old really players bad. And then they didn't work at all.
Like no way they saw that and they said, yeah, we're gonna deal with Braun in the offs. That was bad.
Well, at that time they ain't think LeBron was that great in the playoffs. Nobody really feared. Nobody really feared LeBron at that time.
2013 LeBron, no fear.
All right, LeBron. Let's not get too nasty.
Who feared LeBron like that after he blew a 12?
Paul Pierce.
No. We don't have to turn this to a toxic LeBron.
No.
Let's stick with trades.
Are we talking about 2014 LeBron? Are we serious?
Let's stick with trades, yo.
Let's stick with trades.
Am I the only one that thinks like the salary cap and like I don't think any like massive trades are going to get done this trade deadline?
I don't think so either.
I think most teams are going to stagnate and like
another team that
the bad teams are trying to push them to play in or some shit.
The Warriors to look for something, but I don't know who specific that they would need.
Kuminga been balling.
Yeah.
Kuminga has been balling, but I don't think they give up nothing for him. Not after what he's been doing.
Klay Thompson responded to his All-Star snub by hooping.
That's true.
Klay Thompson, I think he's going through a little depression. He's beginning to realize.
I think so, yeah.
It was bad last night, bro.
Klay gonna come out and talk about mental health, and everyone's gonna be on Klay's side again. It's gonna be.
He did that last night.
I've always been on Klay's side. I just feel like he just needs a new change of scenery. I don't think like him being there, like him staying there.
I heard Dwight Howard was cooking in Taiwan. So, I mean, Klay can cook.
I just like you being there and then knowing that you're not going to be the option that you used to be. Like it's going to mess up your mental. Like you're not that guy anymore. So I think
what he needs to do.
The scenery would help him on a new team.
He thinks that he's still what he used to. Well, now I think he's come along, but before he was trying so hard to be what he used to be, and it's like it's not going to happen no more, brother.
It's not. I would like it to, but I don't know. Also, with this new lineup, they could make their way back into the play-in if they keep playing.
They're still in contention right now.
Yeah, they are.
That's 2 games. They're like 2 games behind or 1 game behind the Utah Jazz.
I was looking at the last at the show before this, and when Chill was talking about how the East is like, it's nowhere near as competitive as the West. Like everybody is really close. If the Clippers don't go on the run that they go on, they go to the 6th seed. Like that fast, but they're not a bad team. They'd be tied with like 2 other teams.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I don't know.
I'm looking at this like the standings, and I'm like most of these teams who like are sellers, I guess we could say, are just gonna try to push for the play-in. I think so. Because besides Brooklyn, but like Utah, you'd think be a seller, but they're just gonna keep like riding this team.
Yeah.
Chicago, I don't know what's going on over there. Vucevic came out and said, "Hey, I believe we can win with this team." I don't know what's going on over there. And then the rest of these teams is like, who are you going to trade?
Vucevic is just confident. I respect it.
Zach LaVine is out for the season, right?
Zach LaVine's out. I guess Atlanta.
Yeah, but they got most improved player Kobe White, so they chill.
You can't sit here and like be a part of the team. Be like, yeah, we don't have a chance. You got to.
I know what you mean, but like,
the Charlotte coach said.
Did y'all see the Charlotte coach though? They're taking crazy.
They are.
He said it's a talent issue, bro. That should kill me, bro.
Like that coach is being fired next year, 1,000%. Yo, did y'all see Vucevic? Did y'all see Vucevic interview? I did not expect him to sound like that.
Guys, who do you think the Warriors can trade for?
Like I thought he would have like a European accent. I'm not gonna lie. He sounded like he's from New York.
Yeah, who do you think the Warriors could realistically trade? Like I've been thinking about Kyle Kuzma, for example.
Who are they trading? Who are the Golden State Warriors trading?
No, I'm asking because
Chris Paul, Andrew Wiggins, Klay Thompson.
Who wants these people?
Anyone that's not named Steph Curry.
No, I can see someone trading. I can see someone trading for Klay to get the contract for the contract. The fact that you get that off the books. I still see somebody trading for Wiggins just because, like, even though he's having a terrible year, he's not complete trash.
He's been bad.
But
those guys are viable pieces still.
Wait, do you have me for the deadline? Oh, because I'm like, aren't they in
no, but Kuzma's actually easy to get. I don't think Kuzma's that expensive.
Yeah, they can't afford to take things on.
Yeah, so
they have to drop salaries for sure.
But they have Wiggins and Chris Paul who are on high salaries.
It's going to be a quad.
I'm not gonna lie, they could drop Chris Paul after this season and get somebody better. I just don't think that like.
It's a quiet trade deadline. I'm telling you, nothing's gonna happen that much.
Yeah,
there's always gonna be something crazy. Jalen Green getting traded on the deadline. I'm gonna be depressed.
If he gets traded, liquidate the franchise of Houston.
You're really thinking about it. You really think that that Jalen Green is something you should hold on to?
Yes.
Like, you're not trolling?
He has a lot of upside.
Those stats are moving you, huh?
What stats?
Not really the stats. I just see how he plays.
His stats are doing the opposite of moving me. His stats are not good.
I just don't understand trading him for Mikal. Like, you're not in a win now situation. Like, it's just
that's not.
Ime wants to make the playoffs. That's why.
For what? Like,
I don't know. But the glaring issue is we don't have a backup.
Just play for the play-in.
Definitely gonna use him better than.
No, you don't. You don't build bad habits. That's why. So even if Ime understands the reality of we're not going to make the playoffs, you don't say that publicly. You dang sure.
I'm not saying say that publicly. Like, you don't need to trade for win now pieces though. You can just play for the play-in. Like, that's fine.
But it's also not even like Mikal's even shooting crazy this season.
I'm pretty sure Ime probably just don't. I think Ime probably just don't.
You just don't like
believe in Jalen Green like that either. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
I mean, the way he be coaching him and everything, I think is more somebody like, it's like if Jalen Green, if he works out, cool. When he got it going, cool. We're gonna work with that. But as soon as like his leash is not long at all. As soon as he starts struggling, bro, you're getting sit. Or bro, you're not playing.
Whose leash is long on the Rockets?
No, that's Ime. That's who Ime is.
Jalen Green literally needs to work out.
Wait, Fred VanVleet can get away with murder.
He does anything he wants, bro.
Touche.
Yeah, that kind of like all the young guys have the short leash. Is the point I was getting at. So yeah, Fred VanVleet he gets given the benefit of the doubt. Like all the young guys get that same short leash. It's just
but I really think like. Especially with their having conversations about moving off of Jalen Green, with that right there also there, in my head is like, yeah, I don't think the coach really believes in what Jalen Green could become as well. Because I guarantee you, if Ime did believe in him, Jalen Green wouldn't be in trade discussions.
I think it's just a probability thing. We got 6 young guys.
That's a lot of making a lot of young players better.
Who's all going to be up for extensions, and you can't afford to keep all of them if they all pan out. And then it's who has the lowest floor and who's the least likely to pan out. Jalen Green is the most senior of all of them. Him and Sengun,
the oldest, yeah.
And at this point, you'd probably say he has the lowest floor because the inconsistency at 21 is concerning. And the ceiling, do you think he has the highest ceiling on the team? Probably
not.
Now you've just drafted Cam Whitmore, who's already scoring at a level that Jalen Green probably wasn't at this stage, and he's a more consistent jump shooter. You're at a point where it's like Jalen's probably the most easy to get off. Yeah, most expendable. So I don't think Houston's like, oh, we're just offering Jalen Green to everyone. I don't think that's happening. But the right offer comes in, it's Jalen Green is the one who's easiest to get off of, and probably is the one who you're most willing to part with because you have someone who's right there ready to take those minutes and who might even have a higher ceiling, depends on how you feel about Cam Whitmore.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of like them moving off of him and just keeping it with Cam.
What do you think Jalen Green's best situation would be, though?
Cam Whitmore's I like Cam. I'm concerned that people are going to turn on him when you give him more opportunity and see how reluctant he is to pass the ball.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Everybody loves to score.
Yeah,
people love Cam Thomas.
My knowledge of Houston.
Agreed. I love.
I'm a very active person in Houston Twitter, paying attention.
Okay.
They're gonna turn on Cam pretty quickly once they start putting him in close lineups.
If you were to send Jalen Green in like a good situation in the like wherever the teams are set up now, like where would you send him, Mars?
Oh,
that would be best for his situation.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah,
that's a mature question. I respect it.
That's a tough one. It's not a lot.
It's not a lot, but like
let me. Are we talking about the best for his development?
Yeah.
Or
I'm
the
saying
best
for
situation for him to be successful and the team be good?
I would just say just for him, like if you could put him somewhere that would help him the most, because I mean, whatever they get back, like it shouldn't really matter too much.
Orlando is who.
Orlando, yeah. That's what they just need another scoring guard.
Because I think, Orlando. Jalen Green can't shoot very well.
Yeah, not with that inconsistent shooting. That is going to be
I mean,
bad.
they have no spacing over there anyway. Like
exactly.
I was thinking Utah.
But that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, Utah would be good.
Yeah.
Utah requires quite a high IQ to play there.
Yeah.
That 5-out offense with all that.
No,
yeah, so Mars, so we can't even find a team for this guy, and you still believe in him? Oh,
I believe in him.
What about Sacramento?
I don't think we're going to trade him. I just don't.
No, you need motion offense and shooting in Sacramento.
I'm 95% sure we're not going to trade him. We're going to pick up his team option, and he's going to be playing for a contract next year. That's what I think is going to happen.
But then if
he doesn't play well, they'd let him walk.
He's going to play well.
Trade him at the deadline.
What can they even trade him for? What are they going to trade him for? Like realistically,
depends on if there's any teams that have a quality wing or quality big who are losing.
Like, give me an example. What team?
Oh, that's why it's all been talk about Mikal Bridges. There's been talk about DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Like, if you trade Jalen Green for DeMar DeRozan,
teams who have high quality wings who they'd be willing to get off of, but they're trying to rebuild. That's where he'd go.
I mean, if you trade Jalen Green for DeMar DeRozan, I'm firing you.
Yeah, you're an idiot. That's why I said I don't think he's going to get traded. Like, I don't think he's going to get traded. I just think he's going to be playing for a contract next year. And if he doesn't play well enough, they'll either move him at the deadline next year, or they'll just let him walk and build with the young pieces. But I'm confident.
I think he will stay.
No, he's gonna play for that contract, and he's gonna play really well. Most players do.
Really well.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He has the tools. That's all he has the tools. He's gonna figure out.
Yeah.
He played the Pacers tonight. He'll have a decent game tonight. He struggled against the Timberwolves, but the whole team struggled. So,
what if you send him to Toronto?
Because the Timberwolves be crunching.
Be good.
They play big.
Not Toronto. Minnesota is just a bad matchup for us. So that doesn't really.
Minnesota's a bad matchup for a lot of teams.
We're a team. We're a team that can't shoot, and they have the best rim protection in the league. It's a bad matchup.
Oh, that also goes to my thing about the thing with the East and Western lineups, or the East and Western like differential with the teams. I feel like the East is a lot more matchup dependent, like rock, paper, scissors kind of, because I feel like Orlando is a really good matchup against the Celtics. But also,
they'll probably still get smoked. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it would probably defensively, but offensively, I mean,
Orlando's offense is so
Orlando
bad.
get figured out. I'm not gonna lie, because
Orlando can't score. They got to hold teams to like 105 to win games, which I think they can with Jonathan Isaac getting 25 minutes.
If a team other than the Bucks actually beats the Celtics, I don't want to hear a word of praise against it about this team.
That's a low scoring series.
Which series?
Boston versus Orlando. If Jonathan Isaac gets consistent minutes, that's a low scoring series.
What shall I say?
I base so.
Hey, but
Jonathan Isaac guarding Jason Tatum, he's gonna struggle.
Hey, man,
he's gonna struggle, boy.
Jalen sucks on them guards, man. That's lock.
I'm gonna rotate some of these guests, man. But appreciate y'all, bro. Y'all be easy.
Appreciate it.
Peace.
Hey, yo, Dub, as you rotate, right? Y'all thoughts on the All-Star replacements?
Have they been announced?
Yeah, it's been so far for the East. It's been Barnes and Trey. Barnes and Trey.
Trey accepted it this year. Yeah, look here.
Yeah,
Trey strong with me.
I'm surprised with Barnes. To be honest with you, I'm surprised that he got it over KP.
Oh,
that's just my opinion.
Barnes over KP.
I don't think Boston deserved 3. I don't think Boston deserved 3.
Why not?
Why not?
Because
they got the best record.
They don't deserve 3.
That's it.
And KP's gameplay is dependent on a lot of like the team doing well. Like KP, in my opinion, like he stands out. I would have called KP an all-star over Jalen Brown, but I just wouldn't give them 3. That's where I'm at with it.
Okay.
I think they should have had 2, but I think it should have been JT and KP, not JT and Jalen Brown. That's my. I think JB and JT. I think due to the attention that they get, I think that allows KP to thrive in that offense. And
no, it's the opposite. Khan is the opposite. Khan is the opposite.
I think KP opens up drives to the fact that Jalen Brown can only drive right.
Thank you.
That's a fair point. But
it's actually the reverse. I think KP opens up the game for them more than the other way around.
Yeah, KP is the second most impactful Celtic.
And he's been a very good rim protector this year.
Yeah,
and a solid rebounder.
Him in the post, very good.
Shooting the ball.
KP been hooping, man. Shout out to
KP. KP, yeah, but is KP better than Jalen Brown?
They don't use him consistently in the post.
You can better this year.
Honestly, you've been playing better, yeah. The only reason I call for pause is KP's health, but I'm talking about just ability and impact on the court is KP.
Yeah, but on the floor, I think he's always been like one of the most portable players in the league, not just this season. And he's actually like a very valuable player to have. So
that is true. It's just when that's how he got better. Kind of messed him up. Yeah.
Of course,
he got better because like even before Dallas, he wasn't this much willing to play in the post. His Bailey got passing got better. Like that how can I put that sentence? That prison sentence
is what developed his game.
What made him better? Yeah, made him better.
Is what developed his post game. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Makan, you wildin'.
Speaking of which,
Kuzma's a big what?
What with the KP thing?
Yeah, you wildin'. But go with Kuzma. Go to Kuzma.
Kuzma, he's been a high topic talk. A lot of people's been bringing up his name. I see Dallas is making a push for him. I've heard talks of Sacramento making pushes for him. So I'm curious, like, what do you guys think will be his best landing spot where he can be successful but contribute to the team? I honestly think he would actually help the Warriors. I think, if the Warriors take a look at him, I think listen, and hear me out. This might be a wild take, but low key, I would try to take Jordan Poole and Kuzma back if I was the Warriors.
Not Poole. I was with you until you said Jordan Poole.
The Warriors suck. Stop sending the
players. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Hear me out. Listen. Draymond, just get your ones with Jordan Poole. You feel what I'm saying? Jordan Poole, get your, your ones off, 1, 2, pop, beef, pop, boof. And then do what you got to do. Because honestly, Steph is playing in Davidson time right now. Like, he has to crash out every single game, and he has to be nuclear. Clay, we all see it. Clay don't got the legs no more. At this point, he's not even a movement shooter, bro. At this point, you just catch and shoot. I don't need you even holding on to the ball like that. You feel what I'm saying? So I think you get Kuzma in. I think he'll buy in defensively. If you could keep your big man, at most I'll give up like Looney. I'm cool with giving up Looney at this point. I got my young guys, Kaminga stepping up. Tracy Jackson could get more minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, Looney, you're cool, but if I can get Kuzma, I think that'll be a better outlook for that team. I think it'll get them into the play-in for sure.
Can we just agree that Kevon Looney sucks?
Yeah,
he's one of the slowest players in the league.
I don't think he sucks.
Why not come back to Kevon Looney's slander?
No. Kevon Looney don't suck. No, I'm not.
I just came back and heard Kevon Looney's slander. That's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't doing it.
I liked him last year, but he's just way too slow, man. He's too
tired, man. That man hasn't missed a game since 2021. He's tired.
Facts. No days off. No days off.
Let him rest. You've got TJD, Darius Saric, Kaminga. That's a deep, like Draymond Green. They have a deep enough like front court to let him rest. Like,
no, but
the guy cannot defend anyone.
And you doing this on his birthday? Oh my god, this is crazy.
Is it the fact that you know Kevon Looney's birthday is suspicious?
No, you doing this on his birthday is crazy.
Why do you know Kevon Looney's birthday?
That's nasty, boss.
Why do you know his birthday?
Why are you disrespecting him on his birthday?
Why do you know his birthday?
Why couldn't you do this on Thursday?
That's a good question.
Why couldn't you do this on his birthday?
Wait, Amir, did you forget Mark was a Warriors fan?
Everyone
talking
out there knows LeBron James'
I-
birthday, but that's
Do you know the
Someone
birthday
knows.
of every
I don't
player on
know.
the team?
I don't know LeBron James' birthday.
Okay.
You do.
I think it's the
I know.
28th.
Can
I
we
really
free
don't.
Miles
It's the
Bridges though?
30th of
Like,
December.
let's really
Oh,
free
the
Miles
30th.
Bridges, man.
I thought it was the 28th.
That's insane.
Free Miles Bridges from Charlotte, man. Free Miles Bridges from Charlotte. Somebody put
So-
him on a
so-
winning.
Why are we talking about free Miles Bridges? He should be locked up. We talking about
Yeah.
Slow down, Mars. Slow down.
No, that's a fact. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I'm with Mark
trying
there.
to free him. No, lock
Free
him
him.
up.
Free. Don't
Send
do that,
thug-
Mars. Don't do that,
Send
Mars.
that
Don't do
thug
that.
to jail, yo. I
Don't do
swear.
that.
Yo,
No,
Mars,
lock him up.
Dumb Sterling. Dumb Sterling.
It's the opposite
Slow
of
down,
free
dumb
him.
Sterling. Yo,
Send
wow.
that,
No, I
send that
get
thug
what
to
you're
jail,
talking
bro.
about. I get what you're talking about.
You agree with me too? There we go. We
Listen,
got it.
bro.
We got it. Send that thug back
No,
to
listen.
jail, bro.
No, I'm gonna say that, but
Free
like
him.
obviously, controversy aside, and outside of the basketball stuff, like for him to
Controversy.
step into Charlotte
He
and
served,
still
he
be
served
able
his
to
time,
be
bro. He served
productive.
his time.
Yo, listen.
Who?
Yeah,
Miles,
no,
he
listen.
He ain't
listen,
serving enough.
he spent it the whole year, man.
Listen,
Get
bro.
him out of here,
As
man.
much as women drive us crazy, there ain't no reason to be here putting your hands on a female, bro.
For sure,
No,
for
I
sure.
agree,
But he did his
100%.
time.
Women, not females, though.
We gotta
I
move on.
said
We gotta move on.
Yeah,
We gotta move on. We gotta move
Hey,
on.
hey,
Why we
Hey, I
gotta
got-
move on?
hey, Mars and Dub, I got a
Anything
question for you guys. real quick.
Lock that thug up, bro. I'm not stamping, bro. I'm not hearing it.
Dub Sterling coming out. Look.
Wait.
Dub Sterling coming out.
Dub Sterling's back. Thug. Crazy.
Wait, Dub.
Crazy.
If you feel that way about Miles Bridges, do you feel the same way about John Morant?
About did he beat a woman?
No, but I mean, you
I'm
said he's a criminal,
Man,
right?
that's America. Too
No,
late,
no,
man.
no.
How's John Morant?
Alright.
John
Yeah, he's
Morant
not
was just
criminal.
practicing his
Quote
gun
unquote,
rights,
quote
his
unquote.
lawful rights to have a gun and possess a gun.
I mean, he also did beat a minor.
You feel that? You feel
He
that
beat
way
up a
about Jason
minor.
Kidd? You feel that way about Jason Kidd, though?
What about Jason Kidd?
DUI.
Oh,
man?
he don't know. He don't
DUI,
know.
man?
No, I really don't know. You guys forgot. What happened with Jason Kidd? No, really, what happened with Jason Kidd?
The same thing that happened with number 0 in Charlotte.
Really?
Yeah,
I forgot
it was
about
bad
that.
Too, dog.
I've never heard of
Really?
It was bad.
Lock that thug up too, man.
Yeah.
That's why they want. That's why the Mavs looking for him right now.
Really? Yeah, lock them up. Lock them both up.
Hey, you guys, I got a question real quick though, like about coaching. Do you guys think there is like a such thing as a system coach? Do you guys know
What?
the system, like
I mean-
a system coach, like a
Yeah,
coach
Steve
who
Kerr.
can only coach in one way?
Steve Kerr.
Steve
My
Kerr.
friend,
Yeah,
my
apparently-
Wait,
apparently Steve
one
Kerr.
more, the
Steve Kerr.
second part to that question is,
I didn't know.
well, there's two parts, but one part is who do you guys think they are in the league? Like which ones?
Steve Kerr.
Who are they?
You just said
That's
Steve
number
Kerr.
one.
Kerr to start.
Oh
Hey,
my God, Jason Kidd was
Jim
doing all
Bowman.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Dub.
done.
He's a criminal.
Lock
Also,
that
yes.
dog up. Oh my God. Lock him up too. Go ahead. My bad.
Hey,
I just had to
Hey,
check.
So name the
Is
system coaches.
Joe Mazzulla
Hey,
assistant?
truth be told, Phil Jackson's the greatest
Yes,
assistant
yes,
coach of all
Mars,
time.
yes.
Phil Jackson
Who?
is
Who
assistant
does it?
coach.
Nah,
Facts.
but that is your fault. That is your fault. But nah.
No, the coach is the system, though. The coach is the system. What? He's supposed to be a system.
Merchant.
No,
for
but
sure.
if
trying to
somebody
bring it
gives
to
you
the New York Knicks,
personnel
they
that
didn't
you
work.
can't coach with, doesn't that make you not as good as other coaches who may be able to coach with more variances in the lineup, like different types of players? Because I've heard these are the three coaches I've heard. Are
Your
like,
name, my bad, Mars. Who named
agree
them?
with you.
Who named himself Fresh Boy Swag? You talking about
Hey,
being
Dub.
corny? Who the fuck still use swag? You
Hey,
little,
Dub.
schmut. Like what the hell you talking
He
about?
made that
bro?
name at
don't care about
2013.
Don't say it on
Why
YouTube.
did you
Don't say it on YouTube.
I'm sorry.
Hey, Dub, when you touch down in
Fresh Boy
Yo, Dub.
Swag gonna talk about somebody else being corny. Who the hell?
yo,
You sound
Dub,
stupid, bro.
When you touch down in UK, you gotta hit him up, bro. You can't.
I'll be
walk
ready
around
for his
pretty.
bitch ass. I swear.
With a sword.
Go back to the coach.
Nah, that's hilarious though.
My bad. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But
Go
one,
ahead.
that last part is, do you think like the coaches you guys consider like system coaches are like victims of having
Elite
I don't know how to
players,
put
like
it.
we're talking about
Victims of having like a
you talking
unique
like
player, Draymond,
yeah,
stuff like that.
like a Michael Jordan, Kobe, whatever the case may be, and they're
Yeah,
bending to
like
their will, stuff like that.
if early in your career when you're like building your identity as a coach, you have a player like Draymond who could play the 5, and you build your identity kind of like around that because you have him early in your career and you have that success, and you could never do anything outside of that because you like built your identity with like him and I don't know if it makes sense, but
let
me try to phrase it for him. So basically, what you're saying is, if a coach comes into a crew and does well with that crew, but shows the inability to sit here and adjust to any other crew, that means they're a system coach, right? Because they need that person.
They can't do every player they get, they'll try to put them like you guys.
Yeah. I get you.
I don't know, but they'll make every person try to fit their system, even if they are not maximizing that in that system.
So
how Kirk tries to make Kevon Looney play the Draymond Green role.
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, that's not Phil. That's not Phil. I keep telling people.
What?
Not Phil.
What?
Well, number one. I'm about to tell you. Number one, he wasn't a coach on the Knicks. That was Derek Fisher. Number one. Number two.
And Derek Fisher is a man that he coached, and a man what?
No,
that's a fact.
No,
but the same thing is it doesn't work like that. The second thing, Dub, is
what you mean?
In regards. What you mean? What? The GMs don't coach. Coaches coach.
Yo, Phil Jackson definitely had an active hand in handling some of those responsibilities, bro.
He hired Derek Fisher. I agree.
It's documented. No, wait.
You think? Wait. You think Derek?
No, context. Cook him right there. Go ahead, context. Say
it. That's right. So Derek Fisher, it's been documented. Derek Fisher spoke about it. Melo spoke about it, where they were trying to implement the triangle, and Melo said himself, how is this gonna work? Because in the league, and we were noticing that the league was changing right underneath their eyes anyway. With Melo and with Phil Jackson, and Phil Jackson was so blind to see it that he kept on crashing out until eventually the Knicks just became a shit show at this point. You know what I'm saying? So Phil Jackson was definitely stubborn in the way that he thought, and he tried to implement with Derek Fisher. That's why Derek Fisher, being a yes man and just being a puppet for Phil Jackson, he ended up losing his job, and now he's coaching Matt Barnes' kids. What are we talking about?
Well, first of all, shout out to Derek Fisher. There's nothing wrong coaching you. We're not going to shit on that. Number two, like I said, we're talking about coaches. You described Phil Jackson as the GM for the Knicks. That was Derek Fisher's implementing that system. Number three, and I want to get this. When Phil Jackson, let me finish, though. A lot of people don't know, especially with Kobe and Gasol, there's a good amount of series where they broke out of the triangle, meaning their offense, they always went through the triangle. So no, I don't consider Phil Jackson. And on top of that, before he even went to the Bulls, he had major success in other leagues without running the triangle. So it's like I'm not going to say he's just relegated to a triangle coach.
You do realize that Phil Jackson was always a lot of times at odds with Kobe Bryant, right? So like if they're breaking out of that, that's because of Kobe Bryant and Paul Gasol's implement.
That's not it.
No,
that's not it.
You don't think so? You don't think so? That's on the players to improv?
No,
you're lying. The whole book.
I'm not lying.
That's insane.
I'm not home. Calm. Before you finish. I never denied they had beef or tension. I never denied any of that. I'm denying what Dub's saying. He thinks the responsibility. He thinks that the reason why they deviate in some series from the triangle was due to Kobe, and that wasn't the case. That wasn't.
So you think it was Phil Jackson? You think it was Phil Jackson deciding, "Oh, I'm going to make amendments and I'm going to improvise on the fly"? You think that's Phil Jackson?
Make adjustments? Yes, that will all time great coaches do. They make adjustments. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not talking about personnel adjustments. We're not talking about We're talking about scheming. We're talking about scheming and things of that nature.
Game planning. Yes, game planning adjustment. Yes, coaches in the playoffs make adjustments to their game plan. Yes, Con, that's the thing.
No, but do you know this for a fact though? Do you know this for a fact?
Yes, I'll give you an example. In the 2009 series against Orlando Magic, they did not run the triangle. They did it.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Like that doesn't matter, bro. You still a triangle-oriented system coach. You know what I'm saying? Like he ran the triangle for the majority.
No. Wait. Hey, Sturdy. Well, how do you know that wasn't Kobe Bryant saying, Phil, we're going to run it like this because this is how we're going to sit here and do this?
How do you know it was?
You don't know because it was or wasn't. I'm making the assumption. I'm making the assumption. I'm saying nobody knows if it was or wasn't. I'm making the assumption due to how Kobe Bryant was and how Phil Jackson was, and their relationship wasn't one of the best. If Kobe Bryant was a big part of like his own man and wanted to do his own thing, and the fact that Phil Jackson on the Knicks sat here and was trying to force Carmelo, Derrick Rose, and those guys to play the triangle, nah, bro, I'm not hearing it.
Wait,
one situation has nothing to do with the other situation, Doug. That's why I told Con that before. Phil Jackson, the GM, is not the same as Phil Jackson, the coach. I don't know why we're interchanging the two. And then last thing, I always tell let me land the plane. And I said this before. Hold on. Con, let me finish. Let me just land the plane. And I said this on a few strings ago. Why is Phil Jackson getting punished for keeping his assistant coach, offensive assistant coach? That don't make any sense. Make any sense?
We're not punishing Phil Jackson. We're just calling it how it is. Like if Steve Kerr.
No, y'all called him a system merchant. Then I gave y'all examples. Y'all said no, that wasn't him. At least y'all only agree with Doug saying it was possibly Kobe.
It is possibly Kobe. It is. It is possibly. There's a possibility that it was Kobe Bryant. What are you talking about? The same way. No, wait. The same way you talk about Red Auerbach and Bill Russell. The same way Bill Russell was in a hand and part of how he was coaching that crew, even with Red Auerbach there. There's definitely a possibility with Kobe Bryant, with him and Phil Jackson, because Kobe was always a guy that wanted to say in the offense of how to do things. He was always rebellious.
But Dub, don't you still have to give him credit for that? Because he could have said no.
The way he breaks the triangle, like that's a known thing throughout NBA lore. Like he has a thing where LeBron just was mocking, like, "Oh, he's about to break the triangle." That means, yo, we're dubbing what you got planned for us, and I'm about to go ISO on this. Yo, let me clear this out for me.
That's players do that. Some players call for ISO when they get mismatched. I don't. Yes, Con, that's the thing. That's the thing.
My thing is sturdy. Hear me out. The thing about it is that he was so he implemented it on multiple teams. That's where we're bringing it. And your personnel varied from team to team. So how are you implementing the same system with different personnel? That means that you're not adjusting to the personnel and then providing them the scheme that's going to maximize them, i.e. the Knicks.
No, that does not mean the same thing. That don't mean the same thing. Having a coaching philosophy, having a certain coach philosophy is not the same as what you just said, your last statement. That does not mean you're not adjusting to what your players count. That's just false. That's just false.
But you can be stubborn in your coaching philosophy, though. That's the thing.
Yes, you can.
But you're not adjusting, but you're not adjusting to your player personnel, right? That isn't. Wouldn't you be considered as a stubborn coach or a stubborn GM, whatever the case may be? Because as much as you guys are saying that Derek Fisher was the coach, he was a puppet at that point. Because he was a fresh brand new coach, and on top of that too, the players were looking at Derek Fisher like, yo, we just played with you 2 years ago. I'm not gonna look at you at the same way. Same problem with Steve Nash and all that stuff. So we're looking at it as Phil Jackson being the head of the snake in the New York Knicks, and the philosophy was directly coming from him. So if your philosophy is coming from the 2 players where you were playing with Shaq and now you're playing with Melo, who's a completely different type of player, and Kobe, like you don't adjust to that. You try to implement that through Derek Fisher, and then he's gonna get the lion's share of it. Come on, make it make sense.
Hey, can I say something?
Go ahead. Do your thing.
Okay, first of all, the triangle was not a system in the traditional way of a system. When we talk about coaching systems like the D'Antoni system, for example, and how teams are playing right now, the triangle was way more flexible than that. It had like 20 different plays. It's not like right now where you run like 2 plays and that's it, or 3 plays and that's it. Do you guys hear me?
Yeah, we listen.
Yeah, so the triangle was actually flexible enough to encompass a complete like different set of players. Like, for example, they were able to do it with Shaq, and they were able to do it without Shaq. They were able to do it with Gasol, and they were able to do it without any scoring big men in the Bulls.
But Gasol and Shaq played at the same place in the triangle, though. Like they
no,
were
they
both
didn't.
down.
No, they didn't. No, they did not. No, they did not. No, they did not.
First of all,
No, they didn't.
let me
Kyle
finish.
Gasol played way more at the elbows, but
Yeah, that's not the same as
Kyle Gasol was more of like he was playing from the mid-range area, like outside.
The concept is still there.
Wait, let me finish.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm trying to tell you, it's not. Go ahead, Amir.
That wasn't semantics, but what context meant to say is like it's still very similar in a way. Where all right, the positions is a bit different because he's more at the elbow, but and still a similar dynamic.
And they ran it in the Bulls without a scoring big man. The thing what I'm trying to say is they ran it with different sets of players. The Bulls and Lakers and the second back-to-back Lakers are three completely different teams. The only thing they have in common is MJ and Kobe as like the star first option. That's
when you have such transcendent offensive players like that, and even the triangle was mainly designed for the big man. And then what happened with the Bulls and Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan was such a phenom, especially in the post, Michael Jordan was lining up in the post with that illegal defense that he benefited in, and they were able to take advantage of that. And then when you have Shaquille O'Neal there, something that the triangle was really like made for the big man, it's kind of easier for them to see and have that with him and Shaq and then Paul Gasol and Kobe Bryant. When you have Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Shaquille O'Neal, three, in my opinion, like top 5 offensive players in history with and without the triangle system. In my head, I'm like, I'm not looking at your system as this revolutionary system.
The thing is, other than like Phil Jackson, there are a lot of coaches who had these exact 3 players and couldn't do anything with them. So
who?
Yeah, Kobe played with different coaches. Shaq played with different coaches. MJ played with different coaches. What are you talking about?
Shaq was still
Shaq did not. Shaq did. There's no period in Shaq's career where he looked as good as he did with Phil Jackson.
Yeah, and he was actually in his physical peak before Phil Jackson.
No, but he was still. My point is, he was still a monster.
But he wasn't.
He was still one of the best offensive players.
He wasn't utilized like that. Though the triangle creates 5 shots at the same play. It's a crazy system, actually. When you look at how many options each player has. That's why the thing is, when you talk about the Knicks, why don't we blame then the coaches that came out of the Greg Popovich system and then blame Greg Popovich for not that system not working outside of the Spurs, or why don't we do that?
What coaches aren't doing well? Besides, Jacques Vaughn is not doing well, but Udoka's doing well. If I'm not mistaken, Mike Brown is doing well.
There are some coaches who didn't.
Kobe and Michael Jordan were top 5 regardless, though, too.
Has there ever been a good coach offensively that's come from under Popovich?
I don't know.
Budenholzer. People have their gripes about him offensively, but Budenholzer's a good offensive coach. He's a good offensive coach.
Yeah, but
I'm not sure how I am.
Okay. One last point, because this is what I wanted to talk. One last thing
for the offensive coach. To be honest,
when I wanted to say one thing, there's one thing I wanted to say. If a coach wins 11 championships and then it takes after he retires from coaching for us to say that his system was flawed, I'm sorry, we're trolling.
I don't. No. It's an inaccurate. It's an inaccurate narrative.
Wait.
I said before, a lot of people don't know. Bill Jackson adjustments. That's what it is.
Wait.
Personnel. That's what we were bringing up to. We were saying to deviate from the system. That's what we were having the conversation.
No, Khan. And I gave those examples. And y'all dismissed those. I did. You dismissed them.
Almighty, or not Almighty. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect you. But Sturdy, we were trying to say, bro. We're trying to say Phil is a system coach. That's all. That's all this conversation was about.
Wait, no, we disagree. We disagree.
I want to go back. I want to go back to the Shaq play real quick with Phil Jackson, because even the game, even on the Lakers, the series he
gonna come after you, bro.
Hold on, Dezo. So Mars, Kobe and Michael Jordan, right? They were top 5 with and without Phil, correct?
No, no, I ain't going that far. I'm not going that far.
What are you talking about?
What? So 05.
Top 5 what? All time without Phil Jackson? You're insane. No.
Offensively, no, bro. Those guys did not need Phil Jackson to be a top 5 offensive player all time. Are you fucking shitting me?
What years did Kobe not have Phil? 05 and like
05
06.
and
12 and 13?
It was 05, 06, Phil Jackson.
2012, yeah, you got it. You got all the years.
05, 12 and 13.
12, 13 up. Yep, 12, 13 up.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
And even at that time, yeah, Kobe was still
At that time,
top 5. What you mean at that time? Kobe was still dropping fucking buckets. You better respect his name. He was giving you 27 a game.
No,
And
what you said is different, though. No, don't change it, though.
That
was with D'Antoni. Yeah, you're right.
That was with his teammates being hurt.
With D'Antoni, exactly. Thank you, Mars. Another. Yeah, you're right. With D'Antoni.
And he didn't listen to D'Antoni. That goes back to my point. He didn't listen to D'Antoni like that.
What about listen to? No one.
What about
Phil
Mike
Jackson?
Brown? What about Mike Brown?
No, he didn't listen to Phil Jackson because he broke the triangle on his own volition.
He had Mike Brown. Yeah, because that's what Kobe was.
Kobe just ain't listen to no one. All right, cool.
No.
That's
not true.
Let's just lie.
That's not true. That's not true. Nobody's saying that. That's not what I said. But I'm saying in terms of breaking up some plays, we're not going to act as if Kobe Bryant wasn't sitting here. Oh, yeah, whatever Phil Jackson said is exactly what I did. That's not true.
No great player did that, dog. Every great player deviated from the offense. Every great player.
Okay, so when you're talking about the Lakers deviating from the offense, don't sit here and give all that credit to Phil Jackson, sir.
I did it.
Yes, you did. That's exactly what you did.
Dub. I'm going to say it again slowly. No, I did it.
You said Phil was making adjustments.
I did it. Yes, Phil Jackson did make adjustments. No, that's not what Dub said, Con. Listen, stop conflating arguments, my nigga. What Dub just said was not the same thing what I said. I said he's not a system coach because there's adjustments that majority of people don't know about. And most importantly, he was able to be effective in different situations without set players. So yes, I'm not going to relegate him to a system coach.
You have 3 of the top 5 offensive players in NBA history, bro.
So what?
There's no way I'm not going to.
Yeah, great coaches. Yeah, Dub, great coaches win with great talent. I'm supposed to punish him for that?
Who's saying win? Who's saying win? I didn't say win.
No, I said I'm supposed to punish him. I said I'm supposed to punish him for optimizing great players.
Those players, in my opinion, those players did more for his system than the other way around. The only
I want to make this clear. Shaq literally said he was the better playmaker because of Phil.
I was about to say that. I said the only person where you can sit here and make that assessment with is Shaq. But Kobe and MJ
and Scottie Pippen. I don't know why Scottie Pippen always get disregarded out of this conversation.
Scottie ain't no crazy offensive player, bro.
He dropped like 7 points game when he
left. 94, he's a great offensive player. Well, okay.
Great.
I know. He didn't drop 25. I get it, Dub. Just because you don't drop. No. I get you saying. Just because he averaged 25 plus, he wasn't great. I get you saying.
He wasn't even a better offensive player than Penny Hardaway at that time. Like, let's not do this.
I didn't say he was.
Or Shaq.
But he still was a great offensive player.
And he was great.
He was good. He wasn't great. But that's a semantic thing. I don't think he was great. Wait. What? You said Scott. I said Scottie wasn't great.
Yeah, but you said he wasn't better than Penny, as if that is an indictment.
I don't say as if that don't make him great. That don't make any sense.
Yeah, no, it's not an indictment. He wasn't better than him.
Yeah,
I agree.
He wasn't better than someone else great. Doesn't mean he can't be great.
Scottie's not great.
Okay.
All right.
You got it.
Hey, I have one more question for you guys that know a lot about all these coaches and stuff. Is there any coach in NBA history that got that has success with 2 different players with different identities? Like,
we just talked about them, but we ain't going to
which one?
Nah, Phil Jackson don't count.
Oh yeah, Phil Jackson.
Is he the only one?
Apparently don't count. No, he's not the only one.
The only one who did it is assistant coach. That's crazy.
Pat Riley, D'Antoni, like a lot of there's been a decent amount of coaches that like optimize their players in different situations.
D'Antoni with who?
No, I'm just asking. I agree with you.
D'Antoni with Harden and with Steve Nash. Like,
aren't they similar though?
No.
Not at all.
Absolutely.
The system that D'Antoni ran for both of them was similar, but nah, Harden.
Even the system was different.
Even the system was just a word, and Phoenix is a little bit different from Houston for sure.
This man Phil Jackson. Oh my God, I hate this. Bro.
Wait. Did he just try to make the point that Steve Nash and James Harden were similar players?
No, he was trying to say that the system.
He's more talking about on-ball playmakers who can score. Now Harden was more of a scorer.
That's why I said different identities.
On-ball players.
Yeah, they had different identities.
How do we determine success? Like when we say coaches had success with different players, like what are we measuring it with?
Conference finals, at least once.
Deep playoff runs, and that's dead on.
So I can't say Nick Nurse with Embiid and Kawhi.
Because I was about to go with that. I think honestly, maximizing the
B would have had it.
Erik Spoelstra.
Hey, Mars, talk for these niggas, Mars.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Nick Nurse maximized both of them.
Facts.
Wait, Nick Nurse was there. Nick Nurse was there last season, right?
I just, you know what? This man, Phil Jackson, stealing somebody. Not stealing, but this man Phil Jackson being remembered. This man, no, it gets me tight because the man in Phil Jackson just brought his assistant coach. He gets remembered all the time for what? The triangle offense. Like anytime
he can remember.
No, stop. No, that's true. The only person that brings up all that other shit is you. But whenever people talk about Phil Jackson, get the fuck out of here. Whenever people talk about Phil Jackson, what's the first thing they talk about? The triangle.
Zen Master. No, they talk about Zen Master. They talk about his hippie ways. That's the first thing.
Sir, you keep interrupting me as I'm talking because there's more things that I'm talking about, but you keep saying no after one thing. Like, relax,
Mars
sir. Somebody get it. It was you. No, that's what I heard. No. My God. I said the thing that he gets remembered for is his triangle offense and him being a very great players coach, right? Those are the main two things that people always allude to. My whole thing is with Phil Jackson, how am I going to give you all this credit when the thing that one of the things that you remember most by, which is triangle, is not even yours. It's somebody else's. And the people that you've had to carry on that triangle legacy is top one, top two offensive player of all time, top three offensive player of all time, and then the top five offensive player of all time. And Kobe, MJ, and Shaq.
We're not about to do that. Just you understand the point.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Kobe is top three. You better stop playing with me.
What about his defense?
We're not doing that. Hold on. To answer your question, though. Hold on. Exactly, Mayor. To answer your question, that speaks to the ignorance of a lot of masses, Dub, because Phil Jackson's philosophy was not only Zen master, but he was the defensive head coach. So him making sure
that defense have anything to do with the triangle.
No, Dub. I'm trying. Dub.
What does the defense have anything to do with the triangle, which everyone remembers him for that?
Dub. I literally said it. I can't blame the ignorance of the masses because they don't know what Phil Jackson was. Phil Jackson was a defensive-minded Zen master. That was his specialty. He don't get enough credit for that, for being a revolutionary defensive coach, because people kept focused on the triangle.
Pat Riley's a better defensive coach. Pat Riley's a better.
In your opinion, I understand. In your opinion, he's a great coach too.
No. Pat Riley's a better defensive coach. No,
Dub, because you don't. Dub, you don't give Phil Jackson his credit. His defensive impact.
Michael Jordan struggled his most against who? Pat Riley led teams.
Actually, Pistons. It was Chuck Daly. It was Chuck Daly.
Pat Riley.
How you struggle? You never lost to him. How did Jordan struggle? He never lost to the dude in the playoffs.
This is why you're disgusting, Sturdy, because you're not a wins and losses guy. You better shut the hell up with that nonsense.
Yeah, I'm being nasty because you being nasty.
No, that's not true. That's disgusting. Like, come on, bro. Like the people.
How you struggling? I never lost to you.
The revolutionary triangle offense, and Michael Jordan, people would say is the best offensive player, or top 2, top 3 offensive player of all time. The person that he struggled the most with, the teams he struggled the most with are the teams led by Pat Riley.
I say Chuck Daly. I say Chuck Daly, but
Carlisle is the best defensive coach.
I say Chuck Daly. You say Pat Riley. I say Chuck Daly.
What is that?
It proves
It
he's a
don't
better
prove
defensive
anything.
head coach than Phil Jackson.
No, he's trying. No, it doesn't. It doesn't prove that.
Phil Jackson never had to coach against MJ. So how are we meant to measure Phil Jackson's defensive coaching if you're holding Pat Riley standard?
What did Shaq do to him? What did Shaq do to him?
He coached against Magic. He coached against Magic. He coached against Steve Nash. He coached against a lot.
Huh?
What did Shaq do to him?
He coached against Shaq.
What did Shaq
95.
What did Shaq do against the Knicks?
Let me check.
The rookie. I think it was sophomore year, rookie.
I just don't get how we're measuring a good defensive coach by how superstars perform.
No, that's what I'm saying.
We're talking
Does that mean Doc Rivers and Rick Carlisle are the best defensive coaches?
But Pat Riley's identity was more geared towards a rough style that was more geared towards the defense.
I don't think they played.
Like,
they didn't play.
Even, you know what I mean? Like,
which was great against MJ, sure.
So,
Reggie Miller.
Also throughout the rest of the late 90s, like all his teams on the Knicks and the Miami Heat was more geared towards defensive. So, in my opinion, I think he's shown that he's excelled more so in coaching defense and propping up those guys and putting them in better positions than Phil Jackson, in my opinion.
And that's the con. And it's unfortunate because you don't know that literally every single contending team Phil Jackson coached was elite defensively. Every single one of them.
Yeah, because of who?
This reminds me of
how many players did I give it? I give it to because he did it with Paul Gasol and Kobe, right? He did it with Shaq and Kobe. He did it with Jordan and Pippen. When Jordan was even there, they still had elite defense. So what you want me to say, Doug? What you want me to say?
Yeah, this reminds me of like how people are so enamored with like how good the Golden State Warriors offense looks that they just be ignoring the fact that their defense was always elite when they were winning. I think it's similar with Phil Jackson's Bulls teams and Lakers teams that you like the triangle so much and all the ball movement and the fact that the ball doesn't stick and it creates so many great opportunities. You ignore the fact that they're a top 5 defense every time. I think it's the same thing with the Warriors. In my opinion.
But Mars, they also had great personnel too, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like they had defenders that would, take on that role.
Yes, every great team has the personnel.
What great defensive team has bad personnel?
Everyone.
I've seen good defensive personnel perform terribly on defense. I've seen that. Defense is always a quick job. I'm sorry, it's not the personnel. It doesn't work.
You need good personnel to have a great defense.
You need both. Amir, you need both.
Yeah, but there have been teams that have great defenders.
You can have great personnel and bad coaching and be a mid defense. But you can have great coaching and a mid personnel and be a mid defense. To be a great defense, you need both.
To be a great defense, you need both. I'm saying if you have good personnel.
Unless your team has Rudy Gobert on it, you know what I'm saying? Then you can have whatever personnel out there, and then still be.
I've seen teams that have had great personnel and performed terribly on defense.
Until you get to the playoffs. Yeah, until you get to the playoffs.
Okay. Just one example: the Lakers in 2013 had Dwight Howard and Meta World Peace and Kobe Bryant, and they were one of the worst defensive teams in the league.
Just threw Kobe in there, didn't you?
Dwight Howard.
He just threw 2013 Kobe in.
What's wrong?
He just dashed 2013 Kobe in there. I hear it.
What's wrong with that?
Come on, man. No.
Dwight Howard and Ron Artest are defensive player of the year winners.
Now that we know about Dwight, we have to look at that differently.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Come on, man. Like we can't. Come on.
We got to tax Dwight.
What's wrong with that?
Because Dwight and Ron Artest wasn't the same players that they were in their defensive teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
we know
why players perform badly.
Wait, what you say,
Kobe was still defense.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard was still like 13 rebounds a game.
He was getting.
Mars. He was already down the road of like swollen glutes and like swollen back. It was bad. He was already down the road. He was in LA. Yeah. He was living a different life already.
Crazy.
He was in competitions. He was wilding.
Context. I ain't gonna lie. Swollen glutes is wild, bro. You gotta pause.
That's what the injury report. Not me.
Kobe didn't make all defense that year. Actually, I'm good.
See, Mars not getting to the facts. Mars not getting to the facts.
Yeah, they hating on my guy Kobe. How dare they give Chris Paul and Avery Bradley and Mike Conley all defensive teams?
Avery Bradley with that forehead, he was playing some defense. I want to say this real quick. I just want to say this. before I get up out of here, I think a team should look at Jeremy Grant. I would love to see him in Sacramento, but I think Jeremy Grant will be a great pickup. I'm just curious where you guys think he would be, and then who Orlando should pick up. And I'm out of here, but salute to you guys. Definitely chop it up with you guys on playback, man. Salute to you guys for sure.
Yeah.
Bro, it's going to be hard to trade for Jeremy Grant because he's making max money, bro. Like
that's 36 minutes. Klay Thompson for Jeremy Grant.
Do you guys think? Caruso gets traded or no?
Fucking Phil Jackson.
I think Caruso gets traded.
Where you think he's going?
No, he doesn't though.
You want to know why? Because you act like Phil Jackson never led a bottom 5 defense before, but he did. No, who did it? Pat Riley.
I never say he did it. I never say he did it.
Wait,
yeah.
Hey, Mars.
Oh man,
Hey,
Dub
Mars,
is in his
you are
basketball reference
underrating
bag right now.
Caruso as
Yeah, I had to check this because I know he be capping about shit, bro. He talking about Phil Jackson's great defense, bro. Get the hell out of here, bro. He had multiple years where he was a bottom 15 defense. That never happened with Pat Riley. Not one
Did you
bro.
hear what I said? Every contending team that, especially the ones that won, had elite defense. Did you miss that part?
Yeah.
Which talking about winning?
I know the 0-1 Lakers defense was bad in the regular season.
Oh, and then what were they in the playoffs, Mars? What was they in the playoffs?
Don't worry about that.
Okay, that was second. Thank you, Mars.
I don't support the agenda.
That don't mean shit.
Exactly.
No, because
that don't mean nothing.
No, it does. When it matters most, I post my team to be elite defensively. Exactly. You're welcome.
No,
you're welcome.
You can't sit here and be one of the worst defenses, and just because in the postseason that you guys are.
Why was they worse? Why was they the worst defense? The players told you. Derek Fisher, Shaq, all the dudes told you why there was a bad defense that year. They told you.
What about 03?
03? When Shaq was hurt and came out in the lineup?
Yeah, Shaq was hurt.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right, Dub. My defense will be the same.
You played 67 games.
I said he was dealing with injury.
You can't play hurt?
That's a fact. He was dealing with injury. That's a fact.
He wasn't hurt. Was he hurt the whole year?
He was dealing with foot injuries for the large portion of the year.
67 games is actually less than the usual.
What about 06?
Well, we know what the 06 Lakers look like.
I mean, the fact that they finished the fact that they finished 7th on offense and 15th on defense that year is actually a testament to
the same problems as the 06 Lakers. Go ahead and tell me how that roster was meant to be elite defensively.
Shaq 2003 injury, because I don't remember his injury like that. Let's see if you guys captain or not.
He was 4 years old.
Let's
check this. Let's check this, sir. Was he playing through it? I'm not gonna let it go because it's bullshit.
Okay, though. Phil Jackson is a bad coach, though. He's a bad coach.
Phil Jackson overrated, man. Phil Jackson not even in my top 10 coaches for. He couldn't coach in today's game.
Because the Knicks failed under Erik Fisher. That's where we judge Phil Jackson failing. That's the one deciding. That's where we should evaluate.
That's how we judge a coach, man, based off how he was a GM.
Right. How the players who played under him performed as coaches after.
If Phil Jackson is that good, why does he only have one coach of the year?
Because he was in a. I'm about to tell you. Because he was in a golden age of coaches, Mars. You're not gonna get all the coaches here. Be playing against D'Antoni, Larry Brown, Garrett Cole. No. Just how Kobe got only one MVP. That's not Kobe's fault. Kobe was still balling. It's just the league kept giving different awards.
Phil Jackson lost the coach of the year to Doc Rivers.
And Mike Brown.
Well, I can't explain that. He's the only coach here that got 41-41. I can't explain that. He's the only one.
Because they know.
He's the only one ever. I can't explain
that. Doc won when his team was 41.
Yeah, he was 500. They was 500.
Orlando were 500.
Kobe has won MVP, so.
Yeah, but Kobe, we all know Kobe was the best player in the world for like 8 years. You know.
Yeah,
Phil Jackson was not the best coach in the league.
They be trolling.
How do we know that? Hey, having the best record, having a team win. Hey, man.
It's easy to have the best record when you have the best player.
If your team wins, it's the
exactly, Morris. Exactly.
Greg Popovich got 3 coach of the years. That's a real coach.
I mean,
you still
how many years did Greg Popovich coach? Are you telling me that Greg Popovich was only the best coach in the league for 3 years of his entire career?
This man Shaq's a dickhead.
I think it's pretty logical to say yes.
Yo, Dub, it's funny.
Pat Riley, who has 3 coach of the years. Phil Jackson, the only all-time great coach, allegedly, that has only 1 coach of the year. That needs an explanation. So, like, how?
Because they knew he wasn't that good. He was an MJ and Scotty merchant, bro.
Exactly. I'm not gonna lie. Nostalgia blinds in people, man.
It's hard to be an MJ Scotty merchant when I won without these guys.
That's why Chuck Daly's overrated. Why he got no coach of the years?
You're going too far. You're going too far, Mars. You're going too far.
So explain to me how Chuck Daly got no coach of the years.
Oh, I can tell you why. The Pistons, the NBA didn't like the Pistons. The media didn't like them. The NBA didn't like them. That's a fact.
That is.
You know that is, Mars.
That's like Kobe.
The coach of the year.
I didn't give him
the coach of the year is a communist award.
Excuses you guys be making.
It's a communist award.
And honestly, like, how good of a coach are you if you allowing your players to just hit?
So you telling me just because they ain't like the Pistons, they were giving Mike Fratello coach of the year?
Yes, that's how coaches exactly. Mars, you understand this? That's how coaches didn't like Trae Young. That's why he got snubbed the last 2 years. It took the commissioner to get him in there. The fans voted for him. The players voted for him, but the coaches don't like him. It is what it is.
Coach of the year in the 80s. Who was the people there?
It was media. Like media took all the awards in the 80s.
So the media decided to give Colin Fitzsimmons coach of the year over Chuck Daly.
Yeah, it's a communist award.
Pat Riley, who's the better coach to you? Phil Jackson or Pat Riley?
Who you asking?
You.
Oh, 3 coach of the years. How many rings Pat
When
Riley?
did you start smirking?
Seriously, boy.
No, but how many rings is Pat Riley?
He has 5. He has 5, yeah.
He's been in like 25 finals.
Doing, boy?
Right now, what the hell?
Since we're GM years.
Give me Phil Jackson. Give me Phil Jackson. Kind of hard to, you know.
You gonna say 11 rings?
3 3-peats?
Nah, bro, I'm not hearing this.
3 3-peats.
If Pat
He
Riley's
has
on
as
that
many
crew,
3-peats as Pat Riley has rings.
if Pat Riley's on that crew, they're doing the same thing. I promise you.
Yeah.
I promise you, they are.
Yeah, but Pat Riley is an all-time great coach.
Yeah, my whole thing is I just think Pat Riley's better than Phil. Phil gets overrated
So what?
because of
Like,
the people he played
Because
with.
you're
Saying that Pat Riley is better is different from
Pop
saying
is
that
better
Phil
than his
Jackson is
ass
over.
too.
That's because you're a Heat fan.
Greg Popovich being better than Phil Jackson?
Yeah, because Pop beat your team in the finals, so you got to praise his coaching ability to make your boss team less bad.
Yo, let me ask y'all this, right? Actually, serious question. Let's say if Erik Spoelstra wins like 2 more rings, is he in these like top 5 discussions?
He's already top 5.
He's the well. I don't got top 5.
Why don't you give his credit to Pat Riley? Why don't you give his credit to Pat Riley?
Because their coaching style not the same. Their coaching style not the same.
Pat Riley,
he blamed Derek Fisher for anyway.
Yeah, because this is different when things are actually documented saying that he had a hand in it, and there's documented interviews saying that Pat Riley didn't want anything to do with the offense or the team at all when Erik Spoelstra was a coach.
And he's both tamed some personalities on that team that he had.
But yeah, so wait, Mars, you think he's top 5 all time?
No.
Where is he?
I don't rank coaches. Top 10? He's better than Steve Kerr.
Clear, right?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Yeah, but I don't know where
Is he better? Is he better than Don Nelson?
Oh, I gotta do some research.
He's better than Jerry Sloan.
Yeah, he better than Jerry Sloan. But Don.
But you don't respect Jerry Sloan though.
Not really.
Like you hate him because of his.
That Utah Jazz.
I don't hate Jerry Sloan. I just don't think he's that great.
And who gets the credit for that Utah Jazz team? Jeff Hornacek?
No,
I mean, if Karl Malone is overrated, John Stockton is overrated, Jerry Sloan is overrated.
Who said number 32 is overrated? Who said number 32 is overrated?
I mean,
Martians don't like number 32.
He just doesn't like him.
He's not an overrated player. In fact, I think he's an underrated player. But he touched kids. So.
Y'all buying Kuminga's leap or nah?
Nah.
Well, he ain't taking a leap. He just get more minutes.
Does Thibs fit the system coach definition from Drink More Water?
No, I wouldn't say so. Nah. Because the offense he runs in Chicago is very different to what he runs
right now.
Yeah, he adapted. Now he still want to play everyone 50 minutes a game, but other than that,
that's what if there's one thing Tibbs is gonna do, he's gonna play his players.
That's that old school grit and grind, man. You love to see it.
Yeah, he's gonna play.
Oh yeah, Mars. I think you underrated Caruso as a primary ball handler on a team. I think you guys did it yesterday. I forgot. I think it was Ron or Damo. One of them said that the Lakers should get Caruso, and they were like, "Who's going to be the playmaker, the on-ball, the primary ball handler if they send D'Lo and Austin Reeves away?" You guys said that Caruso couldn't do it. I think he could do it.
Why?
Because I think he could be a table setter. Like I haven't watched the Bulls. I don't watch the Bulls a lot, but when he was on the Lakers, I watched almost every game, and he was a pretty good passer. Like he could make all the basic passes out of the pick and roll, entry passes. I think he could do enough to do that, especially when you have LeBron on the team, who's gonna.
I mean, yeah, if you wanted to bring the ball up and give the ball to LeBron, I mean, yeah, he could.
Yeah, he could do that. He could do that for sure.
So like if he's on a team with two players or one good offensive player, I think he could be a table setter for a team. Like he can make every basic pass. But I haven't watched the Bulls a lot, so I don't know if he regressed since then.
No, I agree. He can make basic passes. If you're talking about just him being what player?
Marcus Smart.
If he could be if you want to say his job is to bring the ball up, just give the ball to the better player.
Make the pass for that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he can do that. He can dribble the ball up the
court.
Why
would they give up both Reeves and D'Lo? Why? Like that's too much.
I can't remember what the trade. I remember the conversation of us saying that Caruso can't run the offense. But I mean, if you're saying just him giving the ball to LeBron and AD, yeah, he can do that. I'm with you on that, but. Actually playmaking and creating for them?
Yeah, that'll be tough.
Nah.
You're not doing that.
Yeah, because he doesn't do that on the Bulls. Like Kobe White does that. We got Ayo Dosunmu is doing that. Like Kobe, like
you see Lonzo Ball shooting?
Yeah.
He's coming back in 2026. He's gonna
come back, bro.
Yeah, he's coming back. He's shooting.
Doc won a second chip this year. He's in this combo.
What combo?
He's not
top 10.
If he wins with this
Doc Rivers isn't even a top 30 coach of all time.
Can you name 30? Name 30.
We're dragging it.
30 is insane. 30 is insane, actually.
It's like that, Julius.
Cool. No, I can name 30.
Include all of them.
Red
Auerbach.
No, let me. Larry Brown.
Hold on. Somebody got to keep track.
Larry Brown. He's better, right?
Okay, no, just name the names.
Don Nelson. Pop. D'Antoni. Thibodeau. Pat Riley. Is Mike Brown a better coach?
Who's playing in the background, yo?
He's better.
No, he's not.
Mike Brown is better than Tom Thibodeau. Mike Brown is better than Tom Thibodeau.
He's not better. No, he's not.
Mike Brown's not a better coach than Doc Rivers?
No, man. Let's go. He's a great coach too, but he's not. Let's not do this. There's so many other coaches you could name.
There's a lot more coaches you can name than Mike Brown. You didn't even say Phil?
Did I say Phil Jackson? I don't know. Phil Jackson?
No, you didn't say Phil. So now it's 7.
Alex Hannum. Bill Russell. Red Auerbach.
Okay, Red Auerbach. It's 10. Rick
Carlisle? Byron Scott.
Yeah, Rick Carlisle. I'm not moved by Byron Scott either.
Hell no, not Byron Scott. Y'all disrespectful.
I'm trolling.
Is Jerry Sloan a better coach?
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
Jerry Sloan a better coach.
Nah, you got to break that. After this list, you got to break that one down.
Larry Bird a better coach?
Yeah.
I forgot about Bird. I'm not gonna lie.
Bird can coach. Bird can coach.
Lenny Wilkins a better coach?
Lenny. Chuck, Rick Adelman, Don Nelson.
A better coach.
At all.
He said Don Nelson. Erik Spoelstra.
Rick Adelman.
Yeah, Rick Adelman, if I haven't said him already.
18. Steve Kerr?
I don't make it to 30, fam.
Steve Kerr's a better coach. Steve Kerr's a better coach.
Damn, you see, he's struggling till 20.
Nah, I'm trying to think of people who coached. It's more difficult than you think.
George Carr.
Chuck Daly, I haven't said Chuck Daly yet. Chuck Daly, a better coach.
Chuck Daly.
George Carr. George Carr.
We got 20. We got 20.
All right, cool. Now, did I say D'Antoni?
Yes.
Yeah.
You already said D'Antoni. Yep.
Did you say Pat Riley?
Yep, he said Pat. That was one of his first.
You think George Carr is better? Is George Carr better?
QB Brown a better coach?
How many
He'll be
coaches
better.
do you got?
He'll be better. He'll be better. He got 21.
Yo, buddy in the chat said LeBron a better coach.
All right, now let's go on to the current coaches. Nick Nurse a better coach.
Yep.
Ime?
Not enough step size. Not enough step size.
Nick Nurse a better coach. Ime is a better coach, but I'm willing to just say not yet.
Not yet, bro. It's been one season.
Brad Stevens is actually a really good one, actually.
Brad Stevens a better coach.
Who the
hell is a better coach?
Who? Did you say Rudy Tomjanovich?
Oh, Rudy T's the better coach.
Rudy T's better.
I'll say Bill Russell's a better coach too.
I said Bill Russell.
You did?
You already said it. You already said Bill Russell. He said it when you said Red Auerbach and Alex.
Okay. So you had 25.
No, he has 24.
24?
Carlo
Okay.
Ancelotti.
Yeah.
Carlo Ancelotti.
Who else? What other coaches exist?
There's another coach you could say that you might get it off, but I'm not gonna help you out. He's playing today.
Am I tripping or didn't he ain't say Pop, did he?
He said
He
Pop.
did say Pop.
Oh, okay.
And Mark, I'm gonna give you a hint. The player, the coach I'm referring to, played on the Doc. I mean, not played coach on the Doc.
Billy Cunningham?
Coached under Doc?
He was assistant coach with Doc.
Tibbs?
You haven't said Tibbs already?
You already said Tibbs.
No, he's talking about Clippers coach.
Ty Lue?
Ty the small ball.
Is Ty Lue better coach than Doc? Is Ty Lue better coach than Doc?
Yeah, he better than Doc.
What?
That's 25.
No.
That's disgusting, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
I know. Disgusting.
I'm right. All these coaches are right.
This is crazy. Ty Lue is crazy.
Casey Jones, the better coach. Casey Jones.
Billy
Casey
Cunningham?
Jones is better. Casey's
Billy
good.
Cunningham a better coach. Billy Cunningham a better coach. Yep.
No, all right. Oh,
Did you say Lenny Wilkins already or not?
you already said Lenny.
How many are we at?
26.
27.
Frank Vogel.
What? Gave him an extra though? Frank Vogel? Nah, yeah, all right. Come on.
Not Frank Vogel. Stop it.
Come on, man. Come on.
I can't be this close.
Isaiah Thomas.
Don't fumble. Don't
Michael Malone.
fumble.
I can't be this
Hell,
close.
nah. I'm not
Well,
getting too
well,
short
Mark,
of self-aside.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
No. I can think of someone.
Thing Cundy.
Well,
all you need, Mark, you need 4 more, Mars. All you need is 4 more.
How we feel about Costello? Costello a better coach?
Oh, that's a good one.
Costello a better coach? We moved?
I don't know.
Nah.
Costello better, man.
Nah.
Costello
Nah.
better.
Nah. You better. Nah.
Costello better, man. Costello better.
Can't get choked up by your best players. Nah, you lose points to that.
Costello better. We don't care.
That's insane, actually.
I said Rick Carlisle.
Yeah, we said Rick Carlisle already.
No, I don't think he said.
I'm not giving you Rick Carlisle. Hell no, I'm not giving you Rick Carlisle. He's the white Doc Rivers. I'm not giving you Rick Carlisle. I'm not giving you Rick Carlisle. No, he's not. Dope. He's the white Doc Rivers. How was that, bro?
Bill Fitch, better coach?
Bill Fitch? I'll give you Bill Fitch.
Yeah.
White Doc Rivers.
I'm not giving you Rick Carlisle though. You got 28. I'm not giving you Rick Carlisle. 28.
28.
And you said Larry Costello, right?
Yeah, I said Costello.
But we said no to that, right?
No, I said yes. I don't know who you want to tell me that. I said yes.
Oh, well, if you're including that, then that's 29. I didn't give you that.
One more. what's the name of the Knicks coach from the 70s?
Oh, Red Holzman.
Yeah, he better for sure. Yeah, he better.
You didn't even know his name.
Man, I knew his name was right. I couldn't remember his surname.
All right. I give you that.
Yeah.
That's 30. I got 30. I don't
So
know.
that's 13, not counting. That's 30, not counting.
I got 30.
Not counting George Karl.
Third George Karl in there too. 31. Yeah. Easy.
Hey,
I'm not tossing you that. I'm not. That race is not better coach than Doc. We're not doing that. We're not doing
Hey,
that.
Dub, is Mike McCarthy the Doc Rivers of the NFL?
Whoa, that's a really good one.
I was just thinking about that. Like, who would be the Doc Rivers of the NFL?
Yeah, it's Mike McCarthy. That's the best one, actually. I can
See
think
how
of.
easy it was to get to 30 coaches? I did that in no time.
Respect Glenn Rivers, NBA champion.
Be good.
And the Predator not overrated. He underrated for real.
Facts. He is an underrated player. I do agree with that. He is an underrated player.
The Predator.
I'm just never gonna rank him, but he is underrated.
You didn't say David Fisdale. He had the best interview.
That's insane. That's insane. That's insane.
Man,
His interview alone.
The real question is, why isn't Rick Carlisle a better coach?
Where's
Carlisle? Because the same things that people have critiques about, you can say the same thing about Rick Carlisle. A lot of people forget it. A lot of people he hasn't won a playoff series since 2011.
That's cap.
What series he won since 2011?
He won
after 2011
in 2020.
Get out of here with this.
He won in our heart in 2020.
That's not on him though. Let's not act as if the general managers didn't do a terrible job.
No, he did
2011.
No. They essentially had the same squad. It just he was
what?
The only person look at the roster for 2011.
Yeah,
the year they won and the year after that.
They got rid of Tyson Chandler. They added Vince Carter crew. Like they kept 4 guys mainly, which was Terry, Marion, and Kidd. But everyone else was brand new. Everyone else was brand new on the crew. They didn't have JJ Barrera. They didn't have I think Paja was on that crew. They didn't have Deshaun Stevenson. They didn't have Caron Butler. Like the whole team was different.
And who they lost to Dub in the playoffs that year?
You said what?
What year? Who they lost to that year?
Who did they lose to?
Yeah.
The Thunder. Right? Yeah.
Got swept, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It was a worse team. Like the general did a bad. Getting rid.
I'm trolling.
Like losing Tyson Chandler is crazy. Like you can't. I'm not looking at Rick Carlisle.
So Dub, how much boost? So we talking like that then? How much boost you give for Doc Rivers when we did in 2018?
What do you mean in 2018?
2018. That's the year. That's the year he got to the playoffs. No, 2018. I believe that's the year they got to the playoffs without no All-Star. Their best player was Lou Williams with Tobias Harris.
2018, they missed the playoffs.
It's one of those years.
I give him credit for that, 1,000%. I don't think Doc. We had a conversation. I don't think he's as bad as what everyone else thinks.
Do you think he's a top 30 coach of all time?
There's some names in there. I'll probably.
You're hating.
I think you were reaching with a few.
Like he's a Castellano hater.
You got to give a couple though. You got to give a couple.
Yeah, who was I reaching on?
Like I just think Rick Carlisle is better than him though. Costello for sure. You're reaching with.
Oh, he's trying to push that agenda of Wes Unseld in the finals.
No, you're definitely.
I know what you're doing on that one.
No, you're reaching with him. I'm not gonna lie.
So we saying Cotton Fitzsimmons not a bad coach?
I don't even know his resume. Actually, I'm not gonna act like I do.
Oh, he has 0 rings. I know that.
I don't know, but yeah, Rick Carlisle to me, I can see he's just better to me in my eyes. I think his offense is better.
What's the name of
Mike Woodson?
He does the same thing, Dub. He's stubborn like Doc. He don't make adjustments just like Doc. He lives mostly off that one championship ring, just like Doc. The difference is Doc actually proven to optimize his roster outside of having an all-time great. Rick Carlisle never did that.
What's the name of that Denver?
That's insane, actually.
That's
That's insane what you just did right there, sir. Because wait, the Indiana Pacers this year.
What do you mean?
Tyrese Halliburton, all-time great.
What?
he's just running the D'Antoni system.
What you mean? What? They're about to make the playoffs this year. You give him credit for that. That's not an all-time great.
Doug, we don't know what's going to happen this year. I don't know if they're going to make the playoffs. I don't know that. You don't know that.
Well, they're going to make it. So
honestly, making the playoffs as a low seed in the East doesn't really make anyone better as a coach.
If teams who are rebuilding are in the playing spots.
Coach,
wait, my bad. Wasn't he on the same tier? Wasn't Rick Carlisle? Wasn't Rick Carlisle the Pacers head coach like 20 years ago? He made the playoffs.
No, I think it was
after the whole Malice in the Palace, and they still made the playoffs.
No. I'm double checking.
I'm pretty sure. I am pretty sure he was the head coach.
No, I just said I'm double checking.
That's the job he got after he was in Detroit.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so yeah, look, you're
making the playoffs.
You're chatting.
I just said I'm double checking. God damn.
You're chatting. You're chatting, A30. You're chatting. You're chatting.
No. That's what I thought. Hold on. He was an assistant coach. There we go. He was assistant coach for Indiana, and then went to Detroit. After Detroit, he went back to Indiana.
Yeah,
you're a liar.
He went back to Indiana.
I lied. Technically, you lied. You said his first coach. You said his first coach was Detroit. Look, so don't do that.
Who, me? I said he was a coach 20 years ago for Indiana.
He said
that's what I said.
No, I just said I'm a double check. I didn't say you was wrong. God damn, bro.
You said
20 years ago, my nigga.
You gotta be locked in. You gotta know that.
Yeah, bro. 20 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, 20 years ago, yes. Rick Carlisle was the head coach.
No, you're right. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so he did that without an all-time great. Made the playoffs after the Malice in the Palace, and still made it.
So Reggie Miller, not all-time great.
Top 75 all time.
Oh my God, that was wasn't that Reggie Miller's last year? Wasn't that Reggie Miller's last year?
They had Jermaine O'Neal.
That was Reggie Miller's last season.
Jermaine O'Neal was playing for that team.
So if LeBron James retires this year, the Lakers have no all-time great?
Boss, you know it's not the same. You know it's not the same.
Reggie Miller and
it's fine. They made the playoffs the next year without Reggie Miller. So there we go. You're still.
They have Jermaine O'Neal.
Nah.
What you mean, nah?
They
had Steven Jackson as their guy.
They had Pedro.
Jermaine O'Neal. What are you talking about?
Isn't Steven Jackson better than Ray Allen?
Huh?
Isn't Steven Jackson better than Ray Allen?
According to Steve Jackson.
Oh, shut up.
What is Steven Jackson?
What are we just throwing Jermaine O'Neal out of the window like he did?
Jermaine O'Neal was hurt in 06.
No, you said the last year of Reggie Miller. That was 05. That was 05.
He played 50 games. He missed 30.
05. He played in 05.
Oh, what happened?
Didn't y'all just say they could play hurt?
He just stopped playing.
He literally just stopped playing?
Yeah. It was a big deal at the time. He just stopped playing.
He was there in 05 when they made the playoffs.
Did he get? I think his suspension carried on that year, right?
No.
I know him.
The Eastern Conference playoffs in the mid 2000s is just like, come on, man.
Peja only played 40 games. So with his roster being hurt, he still made the playoffs.
They had Fred Jones. Fred Jones was
that's a cooking right there, Mars.
But I think Rick Carlisle better than Doc Rivers. You ain't gonna convince me.
Yeah,
I'm just saying Reggie Miller is all-time great. Yeah,
but that's not the same as you taking the Warriors 6 games by the All-Star field. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Mars, I'm gonna check him.
Damn.
I'll be back for.
He'll be back for whatever he said.
Nice.
Yo, Mars.
If the Bucks traded for Mikal, they're the favorites.
Yes.
Yeah.
What are they giving up?
What are they giving up?
Honestly, the fact that we're still debating. The fact that we're still debating whether the Celtics.
Hey Mars, I asked a question on the other show, and they didn't get to like get everybody to answer. I'm gonna ask it to you, and I said it's maybe impossible, but if there's one player you can give an ability,
okay, yeah, I remember
to make them the greatest of all time, but whatever ability you give them, you got to take something of equal value away. So, for example, if you say give LeBron shooting like Steph Curry, you have to take away something as important away from him. So, take his passing is 0 now. Or you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's
and it's maybe impossible, but if that, do you think you could do
it?
But why would you take his passing to 0? Like, wouldn't you just
not to 0? But I was
just okay.
Or you can, and with this, you can make a player a little bit better and only take a little away from something else too.
I got a follow-up question. After Mars answer.
If you were to give okay. Hold on, let me think.
That's a very difficult question.
Giannis. If you were to give Jokic the rim protection of like Nicholas Claxton, and you just completely took away his 3-point shooting ability,
I think that's reasonable.
I think he'd be the best player ever.
I was going to think of giving B Kareem durability and then take away his rebounding.
No, I'd say take away his mid-range game. I take away his mid-range game.
No, he needs.
How is
he needs that.
The mid-range
how is
game
me giving Jokic Claxton's rim protection the equivalent of me having to take away his passing? That's the case I would have given him Hakeem's.
Nah.
The reason I gave him Claxton's rim protection is because it's not good enough to take away his passing. So I take away something he's very good at, 3-point shooting. But it's not,
Now, my follow-up question is, in the version that the guy chose for LeBron, right? Take away his add shooting, but make him a below average passer. Does that make him better?
Below average.
Give me a player who's a below average passer who be pass like.
From perimeter? Pre-Spurs DeMar DeRozan.
Pre-Spurs DeMar DeRozan, huh?
He'd be. So wait, what player are we giving him shooting like? Steph.
He said Steph, the greatest shooting of all time.
He's better.
He gotta be a worse. He gotta be a worse passer than that.
He's better with the passing, in my opinion, than the Steph shooting. Now, if you gave him KD shooting, that's different.
What would he play like if you gave him KD's instead of Steph's though? Like what?
The ability, because then he's still gonna be playing more downhill. But then if you cut him off, he has the mid range. Whereas if he's shooting like Steph, we now have LeBron running off screens. No, we're not here for that. We need LeBron getting downhill. That's what we need. We're not here for Steph coming. We're not here for LeBron coming off pin downs. I'm gonna be honest. We don't care about it. So
that's funny, man.
That's why you give him KD shooting. KD shooting is more functional for what LeBron does.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas Steph's is more like it's different. That's why I say
that's a very difficult question.
Doesn't fit the.
But I think the Jokic take away his 3-point. Give him Ben Simmons 3-point shot, and then give him Nicholas Claxton rim protection. I think he's the best.
I think I saved Embiid's career with that one.
Yeah. I mean, Embiid needs it, bro. Embiid needs that durability, bro.
What other players are there?
I'd say give Kobe bigger hands and take away a little bit of his left hand dribbling.
Take away his left hand?
No, not his left hand, like a little, because he already has good hands. Just slightly bigger hands.
So like basically make him Clyde Drexler then. That was basically saying.
No, make him Michael Jordan.
Allow Kobe to shoot like Reggie Miller and then just take away 25% of his defense. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
You take away 25. He's still above average. No.
Yeah, he's still an above average defender. Yeah.
You gotta make the dude below average. It's gonna take something away.
Nah, why I gotta do that?
It makes it harder. That's why.
I don't want to do that. Nah, I don't want to do that. Nah.
Wait, Mars, what you mean by like shoot like Reggie Miller or take shots like Reggie Miller? What you mean by
that? Because Kobe was someone who liked to take those deep twos, make them threes. There we go. Make them threes. Now instead of shooting 40% on deep twos, you now shoot 38% on threes. Yeah.
I think the thing to do
good right there.
Pick a two-way player and take away all their defensive ability and give it and make them just so far and away the best offensive player ever. Like a player with one weakness and just take everything away from like LeBron, take away all his defense and make him shoot like Steph or something like that. Just say fuck defense, we just gonna make him the best offensive player.
If Steph could pass like Steve Nash, but was the worst defender of all time, where does he rank?
No, I don't think it works like that.
In my opinion, Mars, he'll be top 10. I don't have Steph in my top 10, but he'll be top 10.
He'll be higher than top 10.
Allow Magic Johnson to dribble with his face towards the defender instead of having to post people up from the 3-point line. And then just give Magic penny handles, basically. Yeah, allow Magic. Yeah, let Magic dribble like Penny or Grant Hill, and then just take away whatever's left of his defense.
I think it's better if you like speak in 2K terms and say how many points you're going to take away from a certain skill, and how many points you would add to the other skill.
To the guy who just asked, to the guy who said take away LeBron's defense and then make it all in offense, I don't think LeBron wins like that. To be honest with you,
you don't think he becomes he's
already a perfect
because when he was with the Heat, he needed that defense in order because Chris Bosh had to move to the 5 and he had to move to the 4, and he had to play a pseudo rim protector when he was with the Heat. So I don't think they win if he doesn't know how to rim protect. You know what I'm saying?
I think they win. Hold on, I think they win in 07. I think they win in 07, 11, and 2011. I think they win in 2007, 2011, but I don't think they lose. I think they lose all the other finals. I still think they win because those teams, he's able to actually fit those teams, those skill sets.
But in 07, yeah, that's true.
Especially 07. You saw the ticket playback. You saw it. You see the flaws. You see the flaws.
Yeah, I saw it. I'll give you 07. I still think in 2011, I still think they lose. To be honest with you, I still think they lose.
Ooh,
he shoots. They won.
Give LeBron Kobe's footwork in the post, but take away what's equal if you take that away? But take away his
athleticism.
Transition.
Yeah, transition is what I was thinking, but I didn't know like if that was fair. If I give him like Kobe's post work, but take away his transition.
Yeah, that's fair. You make him. My question for you, Mars. My question for you, Mars. If I add Dirk scoring to KG, what am I taking away?
That's too much because Dirk was.
You'd have to take away like
a lot inside and outside.
Ah man, yeah, I don't think that's fair. You'd have to take away
rim protection, but he still has the versatility. But you just can't.
Yeah, maybe he can guard on the perimeter, but can't protect the rim.
Yeah,
maybe.
I was gonna say take away his playmaking slash passing.
I don't think his passing is good enough to give him Dirk scoring. That's why it's like, that's the hesitance to make it fair. But Drink More Water said, give Wade KD shot, but take away some finishing. I don't think that's
Really?
Because the gap between Wade and KD shooting is more than just some finishing. Like you'd have to take away a lot more finishing, in my opinion. Than just some. That's the problem. If you're gonna I'm trying not to give someone an all-time great ability because then you have to take away an all-time great ability.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to give them a good ability and then just take away something else that's good.
I like the Jokic one. I like the Jokic one.
Yeah, man, the Jokic one was elite, man. Yeah, because I'm talented.
So
we got to end the show. What show do we have next? What show's next? Open Field? Yeah, we got to end the show for Open Field. So thank you guys for being here. I will be on playback later with Ron. So tap into that. And then goodbye and Merry Christmas. Yes.
Merry